Gooner, Ronnie Piper, and tractor boy Luke Hume were on a search for a team with pride, passion, and glory. They went to the Big Apple and found the New York Red Bulls. From the Garden State to the Empire State, red runs deep.
Yes, now, and welcome back. Finally, this is 2024, so Happy New Year. Obviously, belated now on the 20th of February of recording this, but welcome to Season 3, Episode 1 of the RBNY UK podcast. And Luke, hey, Happy New Year. B, nearly that time again.
It's nearly that time again. We haven't actually seen each other for a year.
Yeah.
We've seen each other, and it's actually unusual. Last year, we actually met up on the fourth day of the year.
Yeah.
To discuss the comeback and everything. Didn't quite happen, unfortunately. Oh, it did happen.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying it did happen. It did.
Definitely did.
Definitely happened. But we did meet about Eddie Rich here. Knew we can bring it back. 1 week season begins next week.
Yeah.
It should be exciting. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about. Also, not a lot to talk about because not much has happened as much as we probably thought it would have happened in last time we sat down here.
Yeah.
To discuss a few things. I think that's safe to say, really.
Yeah, I think it's no brainer. There's definitely more outs to talk about than ins. Obviously, I think everyone was hoping for probably at least 2 or 3 more marquees.
Yeah.
When I mean marquee, I'm not talking about big names. I'm talking about people who are probably going to start.
Yeah.
Obviously, we will talk about it. Obviously, the main person everyone's going to be talking about NL Forsberg, which obviously pre-season's pre-season, but has looked like he's settled in quite well.
Yeah.
Big fan of his character and how he talks as well. You can tell he's a leader around. There's a reason why Red Bull wanted to keep him within the network, within the organisation. Top person, it seems. But obviously, there's been a few younger signings, which obviously probably will be squad players for the moment. They're not going to start. But was you thinking maybe 1 or 2 maybe starters or to challenge that start?
Yeah. And let's not get about that stuff. I think everyone was.
Yeah.
Like we had this big talk. Obviously, they got rid of Troy, which no one really saw coming.
No.
Everyone sort of thought he'd be given another year at least after he got into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Got rid of Dennis Hamlet, which was overdue.
Yeah.
That happened, and it's like they gave this big talk like we're gonna address these issues. We're going for the bet. We're gonna say big assertive things, and everything's kind of been dead since he got Forsberg in. Obviously, we had another play coming last week on the under-22 initiative. But again, it's quite a lack of what I would call big signings. Because you got rid of players, you got rid of the era and other players.
Yeah, I think obviously one of the main ones where there was humming and ahhing about will he be here, will he not, was obviously John Tolkien.
Yeah.
He's still on the roster.
Yeah, I think he's going to be to summer.
It's going to be summer now.
Yeah.
Good for us. However,
he's actually into that moment, isn't he?
yeah, it's been obviously on US duty as well, which never really helps at training camps. But obviously, I don't think we were going to be able to replace John Tolkien if he did depart in the summer, January, whenever it is. So good thing is he's in the roster. He's obviously one of the fans' favourites anyway. But a few players have left. I think that's more of a surprising thing, to be honest. Some of the names, some of them are not come as a shock.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say to everyone. I think everyone listening along, watching along, will agree that some of the names were overdue.
Yeah.
But some of them I actually feel sorry for. Obviously, I've got to be a bit biased here. I've got to start with one of my favourite players, which was Drew Yearwood.
Yeah.
Obviously, he helps. He come through the Arsenal Academy. He's a London boy.
Literally ball, mate.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Literally for context for people. Look, if we literally got one road that way for about 10 minutes and then done one turn in another 10 minutes, we're at literally where he was from.
Yeah.
So it's a shame to see another British player go.
It is a shame, but actually in the last episode, you actually here, it was me and Anthony for our holiday special.
Yeah.
We sort of said like he came to it and had a lot of promise. He's not kind of ever lived up to it. He basically did become a bench option.
Yeah, rotation option, yeah.
And he was on a fair bit of money. So I think it made sense for him to cut the losses.
Yeah.
So especially with
I was going to say, just
what's his name?
piggybacking on the Drew Yearwood one. I think he's a player that you started seeing a bit last year when he got running games in the team. then he started playing well. I think there's no doubt about it. When he was playing alongside Edelman, he was actually playing quite well.
Yeah.
He's a player that needs that continuous form. And they probably said to him, look, with Forsberg coming in with other options, it's going to be slightly different anyway. So we can't guarantee you starting. And when the option comes up of he's got the thing in saying, look, we're going to start you or whatever it may be. Good luck to him. That's what I say. It's not. There's no hard feelings there. We wish him the best.
I agree. I definitely feel like Daniel Edelman came in and took his spots basically. Like him and Frankie and Meyer was meant to be the dream pairing.
Yeah. But
Frankie and Meyer and you would seem to operate a lot in the same area of the pitch, almost too much really.
Yeah.
So obviously now I think it's a bit interesting. It's obviously going to be, you imagine, a Meyer and Daniel Edelman relationship.
Yeah.
Daniel Edelman took my spot last year and not locked back. Got a new year contract. And yet, so that's exciting. Obviously, Inns has been quite quiet really.
Well,
I've looked at this.
Pokemon, which was interesting.
It's like
good old Gengar.
Yeah.
I was wondering what they were going on about when they tweeted the Pokemon picture, and then I realised, oh yeah, his name's pretty much Gengar.
Basically, all they're in so far is also had Noah Ill.
Yeah.
Did I it?
Yeah.
For Malmo again. Only 21 though.
Yeah, centre back.
Centre back. Yeah, you can probably say we're doing a bit of cover if you let go passing them down in the off season.
Yeah.
I've heard a few whispers that they might be trying to convert Dylan Nicholas into that centre back.
Which we see quite a bit last year.
We also saw it famously with Salciso, matched to our horror quite a few times in the last few years at Red Bulls. But yeah, I mean,
it's definitely been quiet. Before we go into the outgoings, I think a lot of people are wondering, will there be another striker coming in? Obviously, Barlow, I know we're going to talk about outgoings, but obviously Barlow has departed. So we've got that still core unit the same. And let's not kid around. They didn't put up wonders last year. They didn't put up trees, did they? They didn't do fantastic. Obviously, Don's had all of his problems at the beginning of the season and then didn't help. They missed pretty much the last third of the season injured. So obviously it's a massive season for him. But then you're looking at the others. Corey Burke was brought in as bench option. There is no one who can tell me organisation. He was a bench player. Obviously proved he'd done very well. Then either side of the Gold Cup last year, kind of good. Then started picking up injuries. Elias Manuel, got given credit, finished the season well.
But before that,
but that's the. I was maybe hoping for maybe a.
Yeah, he said. I have to say, Renzier and Manuel have had very good pre-seasons.
Yeah,
and I think this is probably the biggest season of Renzier's career because he was always going to come back this year because he's on DP, got a guaranteed contract. This year was never going to be a question. Next year, look at Kamala. He got 2 years, and he didn't do that well. If I got rid of him, it doesn't take him able to work out if Van Dijk doesn't score 15 goals this year, or maybe 10, 15. He'll probably be gone next year.
Yeah, but I think there's no doubts about that at all. We've seen. Obviously we're going to the outgoings now, and obviously the striking options is one less. However, Lewis Morgan obviously missed, I think, everything bar 2 games last season. I think I see it more as a striking option now than that wide option. Even though obviously the system is now coming in with the new style of football, so it's slightly changing. However, I see Lewis Morgan now as more of a central option than a wide option. So with him fit, obviously that's a lot of our goals in the 2 years ago. However, on the outgoings, there was some surprises, I would say. I think if I had to say one of my favourite performances of last season, taking out John Tolkien for one, obviously Laquinhas. Was a very good performer, and I very much enjoyed his style of play as well. I think a lot of people would agree that in a lot of games he was the best player by a mile.
Yeah.
And obviously, was you intrigued to see his move?
I was quite surprised. It seems to be it seems to think of me a lot of similar to remember when Felipe went?
Yeah.
And that seasons before, when Felipe had the absolute wonder season. And he played one game in the CONCACAF Champions League that year. Then we traded him to Vancouver with Tim Parker. Obviously, Tim Parker, that trade worked perfectly because we went on a shield next year and we need that extra centre back.
Yeah.
To me, you got rid of Laquinas, who've been really good. You've not really replaced him.
No.
Like, I don't think Forsberg is that replacement.
Different type of player.
Yeah.
And Forsberg, whereas Laquina is playing, well, I would say 99.9% of the time playing on very wide left and cutting in. Forsberg is a central option. He's at number 10.
Yeah.
So like we say, it's going to be interesting. But then that does open the question of, does Lewis Morgan go back to that left-hand side where Laquina is?
But the big question for Lewis Morgan is actually, can he stay fit?
Yeah.
That's something he struggled with last year. Admittedly, I don't think he was ever fully fit, even when he was made
you can see when he come off the bench, he weren't moving properly.
And I think, but like that's the one thing you probably say Troy misestimated as a main man. Yeah. Was backing players back who clearly weren't ready to actually play. Yeah. And like you could tell you look very lethargic. I think if he stays fit, that's great. You should start man again. If he doesn't, that's when a few questions. Yeah.
Like we said, the questions are going to be there once if the goals don't start coming, because it's not been no secret. There's quite a lot of teams around the world and Europe that's having the same problem of, you need goals. Yeah. And last season, the main thing was not scoring enough goals. So Lewis Morgan comes back, he's got to carry part of the weight load. Obviously, Forsberg's going to, no doubt, probably been asked to score at least, get some 10 goals minimum. So, like I say, it's going to be quite interesting, the attacking options. But obviously, if we go through another couple of the players that departed, is there any others that surprised you? Obviously, the Keenest was a big one, but some of them weren't too much of a surprise, I don't think.
Yeah, I think Fernandez was something no one really saw coming, I don't think. Obviously, he almost decided to leave. Yeah. He didn't want to know. He went to Colorado Rapids. Yeah. Good luck to him. Obviously, from the Bronx. I think he's his second all-time goal scorer for Hassan Radavi. Yeah. And he had a good year actually, but I think he obviously wanted to patch his name, which fair enough. Even Tom Ballard, I was partly surprised about it. Yeah. Because I think it was time for him to move on. Mm. But it's been numerous years before. This last was actually his best year in New Jersey. He's actually started quite a lot of games and he scored a few goals. Yeah. But I think that's right. We've got a good deal for him. He's now playing for Chicago Fire. I still love about Chicago Fire. I still call Chicago Fire. Yeah. They're one of the few names that are not like been ripped apart. Like obviously, Swalty Kansas, still a Kansas City Wizards to me. But I think everyone who's gone made sense. Yeah. Are you one draft pick this year? Well, and then Connor. Yeah. I don't think that draft really had much.
No, like I say, it's not as important as the American sports. You've got the academies for a reason.
I don't think.
On average, if you're good enough, you're going to come through the academies.
I generally don't think that them super drafts. I think it's time to do sort of pack it up.
Well, that's the thing. They try and get this NBA, NFL, NHL.
It makes sense to start with because, like during the early season, that's how players came through.
Because there was no.
Stephen McCarthy was 6th picked, and he look at what career he's had now in Atlanta for. We imagine he's probably his last year. Yeah, definitely one last radio. But you look at not many players make it through a draft anymore. You could probably say Jack Harrison. Yeah. But again, that was sort of a fix, so everyone sees he got him. Yeah.
There's nothing dodgy to go on when the City group will do anything, but that is a story for another day. I'm not going to get into that one. But like I said, I think you can see now what's going on higher up at Red Bulls, obviously. Yeah. They're selling players on a high. When their stock's the highest, then it makes sense. Yeah. We haven't done that in the past. We've let them have 2 or 3 good seasons or 1 or 2 good seasons, and then they have a poor season. Then you get rid of them for less allocation money or just in general less money. Like Kamara, for example, you're taking a hit on these type of players. But now it's right. Laquina, he's played very well, but the money what's being offered, obviously, no doubt, the players have the option of having that. He's probably going to want to go anyway. Yeah. sell at a high, then reinvest.
Yeah.
I like that philosophy. I buy into that one every time. But
Yeah.
now looking ahead to the season, it's going to be quite intriguing, obviously.
Yeah.
Quite a few months ahead of us.
Long 34 game week.
Yeah, and it's one of them now that obviously the excitement of the new season, how long that excitement's going to last for, who knows?
Who knows?
But obviously aspirations for the season. It's a minimum. Always we say is obviously minimum is playoffs.
Yeah.
We got that last year,
Yes.
but obviously we want a bit more this year. We
Yeah.
don't want to be just scraping it.
Yeah.
We don't want to be losing by the new backdoor way of getting into the playoffs. You want to be getting in.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Shield is the dream. The
Yeah.
squad's not going to get that yet.
No.
It's fair to say that. Fair enough, they might do well,
I do well.
but you just want to be comfortable in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
you want to
You want
be
home field advantage.
You want home field advantage. And you don't really want to go for the wild card. You want to try and get at least skip wild card stage. That'd be quite nice. And try and win something.
Yeah.
Like obviously we spoke previously about US Open Cup. Obviously we don't know what it's going to look like yet.
No.
So US Open Cup is in a bit of a mess. For those who don't know, if you don't know, you can sleep on the rock. Me and Anthony talked about it last time on the podcast. They actually said like no MLS team can enter. They've got all the MLS Next Pro League teams. USS, the US Soccer Federation said nope. So MLS went okay. All we thought, and now it's literally come out a couple of days ago, but actually MLS are now backtracking and want to get their own way. From what I'm understanding, the latest is 16 teams will be in it.
Yeah.
I think what I read, 16 teams will be in from round 32 from the not including teams in CONCACAF League games, I think.
Yeah, it's a weird one, obviously.
It just shows the power MLS has in America.
The thing, especially in the soccer in America, the MLS is the all-seeing power, really.
Yeah.
Especially now with you can just see what they've done with the League Cup.
Yeah.
They're basically gone, you know what, US Open Cup, we don't care about it. Don't make us money.
Things that I have a bit of sympathy for both parties because I understand it from the US Open Cup point of view because it is the oldest competition in there. I get that. Also, you look at the US Open Cup. When we played in our first game, round 32, you get what, like 3,000-4,000 people there. Like, I can't really make anything from these games. So I can't get them. Let's point of view. Like, why do we want to do these things? We could do a League Cup, and then fortunes from it. Like, get packed houses against Mexican teams. That like, it's a very tricky situation. And so I've seen quite a few people going, "Oh, look." The English FA would tell their teams to bag off if someone trying to do the FA Cup. But I think the main important thing is that's why we have a Premier League because the top 20 teams in England basically went to FA through UFA.
Yeah,
we're going to make a new league to get more money, and that's essentially what MLS is doing to its Open Cup.
Yeah,
it might be different competition and different format, but the ideals is the same. MLS more money, which I know you were kind of Arsenal who bought one who did it. So was my team Misfit back then. You're basically when we got more money, and you could actually argue, like obviously the football league is the oldest competition in the world.
Yeah.
So there's more odds than the US Open Cup. It's a very situated competition. I think there's more twists to come.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but we'll probably be in the Open Cup. I think we'll probably want them in.
Yeah.
Try and win that, especially with less MLS teams in it now.
Take all the good ones out and we'll have a chance.
You might well try and win it.
Yeah.
It's like trophy.
Trophy's a trophy.
Trophy. We've been through this before, haven't we, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Success breeds success.
Yeah.
When you players get a feeling for winning, and like against the problem, I don't care what we win. I just want to see. I want to win something again.
Yeah.
We haven't won anything for 5 years now, 5-6 years now. I want to see us win something again.
Well, I think the perfect example, look at LAFC. Obviously, it helps that they're in one of the so-called big cities. It's a big market, LAF, I know that. But people want to sign for LAFC because they see the success of when they won it all. And then also they've seen it now of, obviously you had like Sabal, Chiellini, players like that, But now you're seeing other people around the MLS actually come out of their contract and think, you know what, I know they're going for the top goal. I know they're going for something really good. So let's keep that up. That's what you want to do. But then, like, the Forsberg's going to help. Oh, you know what? He's there. Let's see how he does. If he does well, I'll go and join him. And you've got to get that mentality of actually people want to play for Red Bulls. There's no doubt there's some players that we've talking to look at some of the games last year and go, well, I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah.
Now with Forsberg there, hopefully Lewis Morgan comes back. You're breeding this nice style of football. John Tolkien, Edelman, these younger players as well being hungry. Just want to get that feel-good factor, get people back in.
Yeah.
And look, there's no doubt in last year, obviously, the main reason why Red Bulls have got all the games moved to that later kick-off time is to try and get more people in there, not playing a Saturday at 2 o'clock. Obviously, it's a bit different in the UK.
Yeah.
We're football, man. It is not the biggest market, especially in New York. So try and get more people back in the ground. That's the main thing as well, because it was hard to watch at some points. Obviously, we're not there. If we had the chance, we'd be in the seats. But because we're not, it's horrible when they zoom in and then the whole top tier is pretty much empty. Half the bottom one. Get that feel-good factor back. Get these people in the seats. Makes more money. It's a whole scheme. It all revolves around each other.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think that's the big thing is this year, isn't it? Like, this year is definitely a transition year.
Yeah.
Transition to the future, and just Forsberg's only 32, so he's got at least got another 3 years at him at least. So this could be a year to sort of develop past play. Next year is the year we should. Next year is the year we go. Okay, we made a part last year.
Yeah.
Next year is the year we go. We want to try and challenge for Shield. We want to challenge the MLS Cup. It's about progress, like, and the only way we can progress this year is by doing better than we did last year.
Yeah, I think that's obviously, you see, nicer, like I say, nicer football, better results. Try and get RBA back to that fortress we know it was. That's one of the key points for all our success. What has been going in the last few years is mainly people don't want to come to Hume.
No.
They do not want to come to RBA because they know as soon as they step foot on that pitch, they're already 1-0 behind, so to speak. So, like I say, it's going to be a very intriguing season. We're looking forward to hopefully some more results, better performances, more goals. Obviously, everyone was hoping there might be a few more players, but the last talking point I've got to say is I think we're both big fans of the New Jersey. And pardon the pun, obviously New Jersey, but it's
I do like New Jersey. I do like New Jersey a lot. It's the most metro jersey I think we've ever made.
I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Like,
thanks to EA for leaving it about 2 weeks early.
Yeah. It was better in real life than actually in EA.
But for context for people, we can see now how it's slowly becoming more of a global game, the MLS.
Yeah.
7 years ago, 8 years ago, to get a MLS jersey, which didn't have Thierry Henry on the back in very selected stores in the UK, you had to get in America. So I had new people going to New York for business. I was like, look, go over, go and get the jersey, I'll give you the money. Now, in 24 hours, it was on Adidas UK, which is fantastic for us. So the jerseys become more ready to
So it's still a bit too expensive for me.
It's the price of jerseys now, isn't it? That's the price.
Yeah.
The price and prices are. But you're looking at, obviously, it does help. They're probably ordering by the absolute crate load of Messi jerseys.
Yeah.
But then it's even other jerseys around the league, LAFC, LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
People wear them for fashion now rather than shirts.
Yeah.
And got to say, Red Bulls always one of them shirts that you see random people walking around
Yeah, it is one.
who definitely don't know the pain of what we've been going through the night before. But like I say, it's a lovely jersey. I think, no doubt, sooner rather than later, one must be wearing it to an episode because it will be purchased very soon. And like I say, it's obviously, it would be nice to be able to go to the RBA and just spend all my money on everything. But literally on Adidas UK, funny enough, if anyone wants to look at this, you can do. Head over to Adidas UK's website and type in New York Red Bulls because we have the grand options of just the shirt. Not even last year's stuff, not training tops, just the one jersey. So obviously,
big selection.
Yeah, it's a big selection. So if you don't like the jersey, that's all you can get.
Yeah.
So, like I say, it should be an interesting one. Obviously, they got rid of that yellow one. Even though I do like the shirt, I like the jersey. However, the performances in it,
it's very good. It's a very good fashion option.
Yeah, that's the bit. I'd wear it out, but I don't like seeing the jersey. So, like I say, it's going to be
a good fashion option.
Yeah.
But we should also speak. We had a rebrand.
Yeah.
A rebrand. Got a new look. So for you guys who don't know, it is 7 years old this
Give or
year.
take, yeah.
7. Is that 15?
Back there, yeah.
No, it's 9.
9 years, yeah.
9. So 9. 9 years.
Next year will be the 10th anniversary.
9 years
Yeah.
we've been, I think. Started off on Facebook, I think.
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook, yeah.
So it's on Facebook, now we went to Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter's been like 9 years now, I think. I think 16
Yeah.
we started to but we're like, it's time for some change. For those who don't know, we've had 2 logos in our
So it's 8 years this year on Twitter.
Twitter.
8 years.
We were on Facebook before that.
Yeah.
It's 10 years next year.
Yeah.
And we had 2 logos in our lifetime.
Yeah.
The first one was a very basic logo.
Very basic, yeah.
Very basic. Then when we ascend to our empire, we call it now. We had to get a new logo.
Yeah.
To do basically stamp ourselves on it.
Yeah.
And some very kind guy made us a logo.
Yeah.
It's very good. But we're like, something new.
Yeah.
New identity. We've got a new logo, which you'll see on our YouTube channel and behind this video.
Yeah.
It's very, very nice logo. I like
Yeah,
it.
I think it perfectly sums up what we are about. Obviously, the main focus in the middle is the Rebels. Always will be. That's our focus as ever. And then obviously with the football, with the ball coming out of it. But for people who look at the logo a bit closer, obviously you will see 2 landmarks.
Yeah.
Obviously, New York and London. It has to be done because obviously we're based in the UK, based in London. All the episodes take place in London.
Yeah.
And then obviously over to New York, where our minds are always in New York and New Jersey.
You get a few comments like, "Where's New Jersey?" I was like, I tried to get New Jersey in.
Yeah, let's say the Red Bulls there. That's
Red
our,
Bulls there.
that's our
I tried to get New Jersey now,
Yeah.
but it wasn't too big.
yeah. So, but like we say, we've got big plans. I know we say this every year, but we're leveling up every year. Obviously,
Yeah.
the thing that blew us away last year, and then we realised how not to blow our own, but it was very good. Harrison Metro
Yeah,
was a very good release.
yeah,
And we didn't want to rush it. So we had a couple of others planned, but we didn't want to rush into
yeah,
issue 2 and issue 3 and
Yeah.
not be the level we wanted it to
Yeah.
be. So we are continuing with the Harrison
Yeah.
Metro. There will be an announcement probably in the next episode of when to expect the first issue and how regularly they will be out.
it's going to be quite. It will be a change, I think.
It will be a slight change.
I think it'll be for the better.
Yeah, like I say, it's quite a big piece of work.
Yeah, I also like obviously we know this isn't our job. It's something we do on the side.
Yeah.
We both work in marketing.
Yeah, marketing.
Yeah, but
bit of
marketing,
everything,
bit of
bit of everything. You know what work's like. Bit of everything.
Both work in marketing. We have jobs outside of it.
Like I said, for me, I've got another podcast as well. So
Yeah.
when we was producing the first Harrison Metro, honestly, it felt like it was a bit of a job at the time.
Yeah.
I probably doing up until release. It was probably a 3-4 hour a day thing.
Yeah, it was.
So like we said, we don't want to rush it out. We want it to be good. We want it to be presentable. Like the first one, the feedback was mind-blowing. I think that's what truly we realised. Like we don't want to rush it out.
Yeah.
Not be as good as it can be because
Yeah,
we want it to be the most reflective of us, of the community want it. But like we say, we hear the people who say
Yeah.
when the next issue is.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there will be an issue in
it's
the
not
works.
finished.
It's coming back, no doubt. Like we say, we're going. Funny enough, we're meeting about it after this podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking through it, what our plans are. Obviously, it's going to be very similar layout / core ideas to last year, but we're going to work out how regularly we can get it out realistically. Like I say, and also getting people on board with it again,
Yeah.
because like I say, it's not just the work of us, it's the work of people in the States as well that gets it done.
Yeah.
Whether it's down to the imagery, whether it's the articles,
Yeah.
we're going to get the best way possible. Like I say, Harrison Metro will be back in 2024.
We're going to try and get a few more episodes out of it this year.
Yeah, like I say, that's going to be we will do. We'll cook a minimum of 20.
Minimum 20.
But my goal is 25.
25. We're 25.
25 is the goal.
For those who don't know, when you changed jobs last year, didn't you?
Yeah, that took up quite a bit of time at the end of last year.
But we now work within what?
I walked here in 22 minutes.
22
So
minutes.
it's not. So obviously working close to each other, it helps a lot. Obviously, like I was just saying, only a 22-minute walk, but literally 30 minutes away anyway. So we are committing to a lot more content this year, especially in person. Obviously, there might be a few occasions where one of us might be away or something, but like I say, we'll always try and get something in place.
Yeah.
Even if it's a quick 15-minute one, just to talk about what's coming up, what's happening.
Also, we have our friends from show hunting that said, who often covers for you.
Yeah.
Often covers for me sometimes. So we've got people who can step in.
Yeah.
And it'd be good to get some more guests on this year. Didn't we do a lot in our first year, as you remember? So I think it'd be quite nice if we get a few more guests on next year. But again, it's quite difficult being in the UK. Obviously, it's 6 o'clock here now, 6:30. So it's quite difficult. Obviously, it's like what 1:30 in America now. It could be quite difficult working the time though, but we're going to try and do that this year. So a lot more time.
Yeah, like I say, it's going to be a brilliant year. A lot more podcasts, a lot more Twitter content, or sorry, X content, or whatever you want to be called nowadays. Yeah, and also obviously the return yet again at the Harrison Metro. It's going to be a fantastic year. Hopefully the Rebels can match our ambition, which I think they will be. Obviously, we all got a new favourite Swede. Even though there's more than one now, but we all have a favourite Swede. So, like I say, it's going to be fantastic.
I quite like carrot Swede personally.
Yeah. No.
It's good sweet carrot Swede.
Yeah. So, as we say, it's going to be a fantastic year. 2024 is going to be a big year on and off the pitch, and obviously over in the UK as well as New Jersey and wherever in the Americas / Canada they are playing. So, like I say, a massive thank you for every single person who has joined us yet again for season 3, episode 1.
Season 3.
Yeah, season 3 does sound.
It's we didn't get season 2 to start with.
Yeah.
But we had a long hiatus for season 1 and 2.
So, like I say, season 3, episode 1 is here. Yeah. Obviously, there will be an episode coming quite shortly, obviously, after the first probably couple of games. So, it gives us a bit more to talk about. And talk about the league as well, how it's playing out and what's going on. But like I said, massive thank you for every single person, wherever you are listening from or watching from. Wish you all the best. Hope you're all doing well. Hope your families are doing well as well and staying safe, most importantly. But there's only one way to finish. Like always, come on, you Red Bulls.
See you later.